Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you part 2 of my favorite pickups of 2020. I figured there would be a part 2, which I mentioned in part 1, because I found some other things that I would love to show you today. But firstly, I wanted to say thanks to everyone who's subscribed to my channel. Thanks for leaving a comment, asking a question. It really means a lot to me and I really appreciate it. So first thing I'm going to show you is the Flintstones complete series. This was released this year. Again, as I looked at my stack, I noticed most of these items were released this year, but one of them was not. This is really a great release if you've had a chance to pick it up. And I know the price came down a couple of times. I'm not exactly sure what the price is on Amazon right now, but it came down to a really affordable price. And I thought I need to pick this up. It looks absolutely amazing. And again, I remember watching this when I was a kid, and so I don't remember all the vibrant colors, just watching it on TV. So I noticed when studios or companies decide to restore these cartoons or animated series, they really look amazing. The colors just look great. So if you haven't picked this one up, I highly recommend it. If it's a good price, especially on Amazon, if there's a reduced price there, this is a great one. It's one of my favorite pickups of 2020. Right on the heels of that is this Battlestar Galactica complete collection. This is the earlier version with Lorne Greene, among many others, and there's the side of it, and here's the back of it. This also has lots of extra features on it. I just love the Cylon color here because it really looks like it's moving almost. This is just a great set. I love the hard case also. This has a really hard case. Really well put together, and I'm really excited with it. This has a pilot episode, audio commentary. It's got Remembering Battlestar Galactica, a 45-minute retrospective on the groundbreaking series, Glenn Larson on the creation of Battlestar Galactica, and many other things. This is really great. And again, I remember this when I was a kid, watching this as a kid, so it's so great to see some of these TV series getting Blu-ray releases, and when they get a Blu-ray release, I usually try to pick it up right away or wait for the sale. Sometimes you can't do that, but in this case, I did pick it up, and I'm so happy that I did. I'm going to show now a few releases from Kino Lorber, one of my favorite movie labels. They're always running sales. They just had a Winter Wonderland sale, and I picked up some new titles there. But this is one of my favorite releases I picked up this year. I don't think it was released this year. This is Sean Connery and Trevor Howard in The Offense, which was directed by Sidney Lumet. I just love this film. It's a film I discovered this year also, and I really, really enjoy this one. Of course, we lost Sean Connery this year, and so if you get a chance to pick this one up, it's a really good film, and I think it's one of Sidney Lumet's best films. Of course, he did 5 films with Sean Connery, and this is one of the better ones. So this is what I'm happy I picked up during the year. This next one is The Sacrifice, an Andrei Tarkovsky movie. I did a whole series on Andrei Tarkovsky and kind of going through each of his films. And Kino Lorber has done a great job at releasing these movies. I'm really hoping that Criterion is going to pick these up at some point and do a special release of. This next one is another one from Andrei Tarkovsky, Nostalgia. I really enjoy this movie. It's one of my favorites from Tarkovsky, and I'm so happy that Kino Lorber released this one. So this is another great pickup from 2020. I was able to, for the most part, complete my Tarkovsky collection. I think there's 1 or 2 more films that I still need. I've been looking to complete my John Carpenter movie collection, and this is one that I did not have, Elvis, directed by John Carpenter and starring Kurt Russell. This was broadcast on television in 1979. And I've been wanting to pick it up for a long time, and I'm so happy that I did this year. It's really a great one of my, I'm a big Elvis fan as well, and so this is one of my favorites from John Carpenter. And I'm slowly filling in the gaps there. I think I have a few more also to get from John Carpenter, but this is one I picked up this year, and again, I'm happy that I did. It's one of my favorite pickups of 2020. In 2020, we also saw some of the Alfred Hitchcock movies released on 4K. There was a collection of movies including Psycho, Rear Window, Vertigo, and 1 or 2 others. But I decided, since I already have the set, which I featured on the channel, the Blu-ray set of Hitchcock films, I decided to just pick up this one. Now this one has the Psycho Uncut, the extended version of the movie as seen in theaters in 1960, and then the regular version of it. So This one, I'm again really happy I picked it up in 2020. I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock fan. I did another video on my complete Alfred Hitchcock collection, but I'm happy that I added this one as well. I'm going to wind up with a couple of Criterion movies that came out this year that again, I was really pleased to see that the Criterion Collection decided to release these movies. And the first one is War of the Worlds, and this is another movie that I remember seeing as a kid, and I love this edition of it. I just love the artwork on here. I've shown this on the channel before, I think, as well, but I'll just show the inside of that. I just really love the artwork and the presentation. This happens to be spine number 1037, and it does have a lot of extra features on it too. It's got audio commentaries, an audio commentary from 2005 featuring filmmaker Joe Dante, film historian Bob Burns, and author Bill Warren, movie archaeologist, a new program on the film's visual and sound effects, which are in this particular restoration simply amazing. Really well done. Again, when I was a kid, I don't think I saw the wires coming down holding up the spaceships, and they do a good job of explaining how they were able to eliminate those in this particular release. So this is a Blu-ray release from 1953, and it's one of my favorite pickups of 2020. And finally, I think I mentioned this before, that I was waiting for this movie to arrive. This is The Irishman. It's spine number 1058 from the Criterion Collection, and one of my favorite pickups of 2020. I think in my last Criterion haul, I was waiting for this one to arrive, and I'm so happy that it did. This is a movie from 2019. Obviously, Martin Scorsese was released on Netflix, and it's a digipack. And I'll just show this, the inside artwork here on this. Robert De Niro there, Joe Pesci. Really, really well done. Anytime I get a chance to see a movie with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, as pictured here, or as painted here, I just absolutely love it. And I really enjoyed this movie. Some people I know maybe didn't like it as much, but I really enjoyed it. And I watched it in a couple sittings on Netflix. And I'm happy that Criterion is releasing many of these films from Netflix. I mean, Netflix is looking to be a contender in terms of movies, especially movies that are directed by premier directors like Martin Scorsese. So again, this has a lot of extra features on it. There's a newly edited roundtable conversation between Scorsese and actors Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci. I've seen part of that as well, and it's really amazing to watch everyone talk about the movie and talk about their careers and things like that. So really amazing features on this, and like everything else I've shown you already, this is one of my favorite pickups of 2020. So this will be my last video for 2020, and I'm really excited about 2021. I am, again, so thankful for everyone who's subscribed to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. I would really appreciate that. But thanks so much to everyone who's left a comment and asked a question. I hope that everyone has a very safe and happy new year, and I'll talk to you soon.